I hate my birthday. Not because I'm getting older, but because I always get in trouble. Every birthday, it seems, I always have problems, a fight, or something like that. I'm going back to my 17th birthday, which was in the it was the late 60s. My mom passed away in the middle 60s, and my dad remarried a bitch. That's all I can say. A bitch. There's no love lost there. Basically, she was one of these that everything was about her. My dad waited on her hand and foot, okay? And children are made to be seen but not heard. Anyways, on my birthday, I was kind of a psycho kid, I guess you'd say. Because everybody in the world thought I was the greatest, nicest, sweetest young man they ever met. Except my stepmother. Okay? My dad got transferred out to California. And he was working for Goodyear Aerospace at the time. And we moved out to California. Now, I was this young, naive boy, okay, who moved to California. Okay, I'm from Ohio. I was a farmer boy, okay, to the Californians out there. I remember being introduced to one of the kids in school. I think I was in like 9th grade, and went to Garden Grove High School, which later I found out Steve Martin went there a few years before me. Anyways, I was introduced to Jimi Hendrix, and the guy wanted me to do something called White Lightning. I didn't want to do it, okay? And I didn't do it, okay? And I grew up in California, for about 2 years. I was there. Never did any drugs, okay? But on the night of my birthday, one of my friends, we were walking home, and out there, they have them here too, paper machines. He dared me to bust in that paper machine. So, you dare me? I'm gonna do it, okay? I mean, you don't dare me. So, I smashed open the paper machine. Got a whole $3, I think. Anyways, the cops came, arrested me, took me home. Stepmother said, hey, he's no damn good, okay? Just put him in the DH, okay? So there I was, 17 years old, in the DH. When you first go into the DH, with DH is detention home, okay? Because you're too young to go to jail. Anyways, when you first get in the DH, they put you in this place that's like solitary confinement. I can tell you how many holes were in the ceiling tile. Because I would sit there and count them, and I would think this is the worst thing ever. So I think they were trying to scare you or whatever. But then after a while, you get out and, things ain't too bad. You're living with a bunch of other guys. It wasn't that bad. But you thought they weren't letting me out, okay? I wasn't getting out until I was 18. I was like maybe 16 and a half, something like that. And I wasn't getting out. So I was, sad about that. And my brother, who was a college student here in Kent, and this was in the 70s, right before the Kent State shooting, basically, he offered to take me. I don't know what kind of sense this made, because a Kent State student who was experimenting with drugs became my legal guardian. Okay? So here I am, moved to Cuyahoga Falls, my legal guardian, taught me how to get high, how to drop acid, how to do mescaline without getting sick. I it was not the right thing here, it's amazing I turned out, the way I did. He's now a minister, by the way. He saw God in Ravenna, and he is, I swear to God, he's a minister now of a church. He was doing acid, and he saw God, and God told him to do whatever he does. And now he's doing it. Still just as flaky as ever, but he is a minister. Like I said, the story, it just gets really weird. Back then, if it's not weird already, it was right after the shooting. He didn't get to go to a graduation, okay? Because the graduation was canceled, and they did it by mail at that time. So after he graduated, he decided, time for a road trip. We're going to San Francisco to buy some psilocybin, okay? So we went to San Francisco right after the Kent State shootings, and we're going to Berkeley. On the way there, we got stopped by the police, and they thought we were we were gonna go to Berkeley and cause trouble, okay? And it was not good, okay? Because we had picked up some people hitchhiking. The one girl was a runaway from Oklahoma. We didn't know that. Luckily, they took her in, but not us, okay? So we get to Berkeley, and we get the drugs. And again, on the way back, we get stopped by the cops. Now, God must be looking over us, because each time we never get arrested, nothing happens. We get back to Ohio. It was almost like, if you talk to my brother, he'll tell you he was a drug dealer, okay? Wasn't really a drug dealer. This was all mostly for just friends, personal use and friends. And his buddy, Don, he told him that, there's, on the way back, there was weed just growing out in the fields in Indiana, and you can just go pick it. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's amazing. But now Don was really, really paranoid. He was super paranoid, okay, on the stuff. So my brother had a GTO convertible. It was a 68 convertible. And we would drive down through the fields in Indiana, and we would slow down. Don would kick me out of the car. I'd roll on the street, and we wouldn't stop because we wouldn't want to be caught by a plane or something like that. No, I'm serious. It's true. It would not, there would not be, and I'd have a garbage bag, and we would be picking the weed, just pulling it out by the roots, putting it in this bag, and waiting for them to swing by again. They'd slow down, we'd run out, jump in, throw the stuff over the seat, and that would be it. Now we got it home, and it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't good weed at all. I mean, it was really bad. Okay? It was worse than skunk weed. I mean, it was terrible. So we didn't know what to do with it. Well, Don, who was a chemistry major, said, well, what you need is CO2, okay, to age it properly. So here we are, we're back, and we don't know what to do. It's like, I think it was like maybe midnight on a Saturday, you know? It was late on the weekend. Did you know you can buy CO2, dry ice, in a machine at Gems any time of the day, 24 hours a day? So we went there and got, I don't know if you can still do that, but you used to be able to. We got some big blocks of CO2. We took our weed and we hung it upside down because the resin would go down to the bottom. I don't know any of it. This is crazy, basically. Anyways, we hung it upside down and we put it in a garbage bag with blocks of dry ice. Now that was supposed to make it better. I don't think so. So that went until it evaporated, okay, till the dry ice was gone, and it still wasn't any good. So then, basically, they thought that it was, we were getting paranoid, okay? We had pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of this weed, okay? And we were getting paranoid. As you do, you become paranoid. And so we buried it. We buried it out in the backyard. We put it in little baggies, and we buried it in the backyard over here in Talmadge. Yeah, and we buried it. And it basically, at that time of the year, the weed, it was towards the end of the summer, middle summer, and it just kind of dried up, and there was nothing. So this was like buried in the beginning, you know, of the summer. And then basically, in the end, like September, October, something like that, we dug it up. Well, it got moldy. It was moldy and stinky. It smelled like an old sock or something. I mean, it smelled like something died in it. It was terrible. Don goes, "Let's smoke it." So we did. He did first. He took a big hit and he said, "Oh, yeah, man. It was really good." I think it was killing us, but it was really good. We smoked it. My head was buzzing. I mean, I was hearing bells and buzzing. It was crazy. You know, that I can't believe that. I don't know why we didn't die, but everybody wanted it. It was like we were selling this moldy, stinky, smelly weed. We probably could have put oregano in a bag and made it moldy and smoked it and got high. It was probably from the toxins. But anyway, we did this, and everybody, you know, wanted more of it, but we ran out. We didn't have anything, and basically, again, Don came up with this idea now that there was a book back then called Stocking the Wild Asparagus. You ever hear of that? I don't know if anybody heard it, by Yule Gibbons. You know, the guy who said grape nuts tasted like something, you know, whatever. Anyways, Yule told us that there's a plant called wild lettuce, which is a derivative of opium, okay, the poppy plant. So, Don in his wisdom thought that we could just get that and extract it. So it grows, again, it's wild all over the field, everywhere. It was, I don't know if it is still, but it's wild lettuce. And he would cut the top off of it and scrape this little tiny bit of sap that would come out and dry it. I mean, this would take hours, days, you know, constantly. He was very meticulous. When he'd grow his own weed, when he'd grow it, he'd take little scissors and trim them like little bonsai plants or something like that, you know. He was, like I say, he was very meticulous on stuff like that, and he always had the answers of something, you know, and he was going to get rich, and but basically, like I said, it's amazing. Well, first of all, I don't do drugs anymore. There's nothing worse than an ex-drug person who gets high or something like that, because they're always telling you, "No, this was great. Yeah, I remember when I tripped and I saw the Beatles walk off the album and walk across the living room in Abbey Road. But don't do drugs, you know. And you know, it's like there was many times, and like I say, I will say the same thing. Don't do drugs because you know it's not good for you. Little weed probably's okay, but not yet because it's not legal. But it will be soon. And that's my story. Basically, is one of the many with my brother. There's a lot more, but I'm not going to go into that right now.